All right, guys. So we got ourselves the Beyblade Burst Quadstrike Stadium set, the Thunder Edge Battle set from Beyblade Burst Quad Drive, and we're going to be playing around, opening this thing up, and then doing some battles in it. We also have over here, we've got ourselves the Sword Launcher and Zyphoid Excalius X8. Quadstrike version. So that should be fun to play around with, and we're going to be opening up both these sets and playing around with them here on this stream. So let's just get into it and take a look. Got our handy precision cutting tool. There is our stuff falling off the table like a professional. All right, cutting tool again. So the stadium itself is pretty nice. It's got stands, which is why it's wobbling around. So let's get ourselves our little feet. We've got little yellow feeties to pop onto here. Stable. Oh, that's tough. Why?
Are you sure it's not already popped in?
Yeah, they're not popped all the way through. There you go. One in. Just gotta put your fingers on either side and press. Ah,
that one's good.
Pop it right out of vision.
There we go.
All right.
Double checking.
Get these things in.
Some assembly required.
Some assembly required. Minor assembly. Bright yellow aesthetics onto a blue stadium. Is, I believe, proper color contrast. It's supposed to look good.
Yeah, I think so.
Popping our lid on. Looks
So
like
shiny.
it can go either way. It's not beat up yet.
Right?
Take your little nubbins, squeeze them, and slot them in the holes.
Little nubbins.
Little nubbins. I don't know what to call them other than that. I guess locking mechanisms, but I call way too many things locking mechanisms. So I will call them nubbins.
Yeah, Dustin, we just went to our local Target and they had this new Quadstrike, what are they calling it?
Thunder Stadium.
Thunder Edge battle set.
It looks pretty cool. I think this is a little bit of an exciting stadium. It got these extra kind of ridges here, so when they zip up on that, they should get a burst of speed and they come out at weird angles. So we're going to have some fun times with the attack types. I'm not sure how this is going to work. Each of the locking areas is kind of an open pod. They haven't been doing that lately. So we'll see how that works, or if there is some kind of potential of a knockout happening in these where bays get stuck on those. But we'll have to see how it goes. All right, so on the back of the box, it says we got 2 bays.
Get this back in here.
Get that back in here. So first off, we've got ourselves a Divine Evo Bellfire B8. This is going to use the gray and yellowish bottoms. That's an attack type going to a defense type. It is coming with, I think that's the SQ weight disc, which is supposed to be like Nexus plus S. And a new base, probably their form of adventure. And on the other side, we got a brand new bay. This is Hasbro exclusive bay. So this is Lightning Pandora Endless P8. So this is going to be a character on the new show. If you watch the new Quadstrike show, this is like the antagonist character and their bay. So it's a brand new bay. It's all new Hasbro design for the layer and core. It looks like it's using 7 as the armor, over as the weight disc, possibly. We'll have to see what that actually is. And then it is going to be a stamina type that switches over to a balance type using Zephyr.
Brandon, this one was $41.99 at Target, which is a really good deal if you're just starting out to get a stadium, 2 launchers, and 2 Beyblades.
Yeah, this is great for getting into Beyblade, trying it out, seeing if it's something that you want. It's a nice cheap purchase that can get you all of the stuff you need to start playing. And if you like Beyblade, you can start delving into some of the more complicated things. There are much more expensive products, much more fancy products that are harder to get, stuff that you can import from Japan and things like that. It is quite the big scene, quite the big grouping. Oh, I was wrong. It's not over. It's a new weight disc, TQ, which kind of looks like Wing Dash. New weight disc. Anyway, this one, first Beyblade we got going on is going to be the Bellfire. So that is Divine Bellfire, Divine Evo Bellfire, B8. That is a new core, and then a new Divine Lair. It comes with 3 as the armor. There is your QR code. If you've got the app, you can scan that QR code there into your Beyblade Burst app and play around with this Bay. It's pretty cool. They did a good job. It actually looks like Bellfire this time. So a couple of times in the Quadstrike, Quad Drive, they've missed out on the coloring and they've skipped out one of the colors. In this one, they did not do that. So they did add all 4 colors, black, blue, gold, and then the red. So you definitely get the feel of the character. I like that. I'm excited that they did it that way. 3 works really well here. We can see the triangular points. This comes out and can be lined up how you want it. But if you line it up correctly, this comes out, I say, as I struggle to pop it out. There we go. This can be popped in multiple ways, but the best way to do it is to make sure it lines up each of our triangular points onto each of our bases there. Divine, from our experience with the Japanese version of Divine, is an okay attack type, but I assume actually it's going to be better in Quad Strike and in the Hasbro products because Hasbro eliminates some of the mechanics, and that should bring this thing up more in line with the others. Weight disc wise, we do have SQ, so this is Nexus plus S, or Hasbro's version of it. We got a 3-star version, so 3 stars, that's all right, but not 4-star. Hey, make 'em burst. JC. No, TJ, not JC. TJ. Who's JC? There's another baby content in this JC. T&J, how is it going? There on the base, this is their adventure. It looks all right. It looks pretty close to what adventure is supposed to look like. Of course, the nubbins don't actually go in. And then we've got this base. This is another base that we saw in a previous Quadstrike Bay that is kind of new. I think this is new to Quadstrike. I don't love the color on this.
The yellow?
Yeah, like, eh.
Here, wait, it's not focusing nicely.
Not focusing nicely?
There we go.
Yeah, I don't love the color. I don't love the color.
It's like mustardy, I guess.
Mustard. Gross.
Dijon mustard.
Dijon mustard, the fanciest mustard. So we can lock that in, and we got ourselves our Bellfire with plus attachment. That is going to be pretty cool going in here, and we're going to get this into some battles against the other one. So let's check out in the box. The other one that comes with this set is going to be this new Pandora, Lightning Pandora Endless. So this is a brand new layer and core. Looks pretty cool, kind of like an S in the middle, spooky looking eyes. Orange and purple is really popping out. It's got the 7 armor. I love the 7 armor. It's my favorite, even though it's not particularly good. There's your QR code if you want to scan that into the application. So we can grab that QR code, scan it into the Beyblade Burst app, and you can play around with it. That'll, of course, be on the recorded version. If you want to go back and watch it on YouTube once we're done, you can get that. This is a new weight disc. I love new weight discs. I'm excited about it. There hasn't been enough new weight discs, I think, in Quadstrike, Quad Drive kind of thing. Hasbro has had way more than Takara did, but it's still, I would like more. This is pretty cool. Nice and smooth. TQ.
You were right.
What?
Make 'em Burst is JC from YouTube.
Ah.
Is that the same as the T&J Make 'em Burst channel or separate? No, that he would be JC from T&J.
I think so.
I got you.
All right, the base here is something new. We have never seen this before either, so this is a new base. It is, like it said, it's a stamina base. I can see that, definitely works out, and then it goes over to Assault. So Assault base there. Not Assault Union.
It almost looks like
Fusion?
wavy.
Fusion. It kind of looks like Wave. It's not Wave. We've
Yeah,
seen Wave
no,
before.
okay,
This is
okay.
not Wave. This is something different, something new. A little bit different. Will work interestingly. It is a Quad Strike style, so it has that extra wide brim, which causes some scraping, but also can cause some cool stuff to happen. So that is our second bay from today, looking pretty cool. We're going to pop open our third box to get all 3 of them, and then we're going to do some battles. But this box also comes with the green Quadstrike launchers. I think Quadstrike launchers did a better job of making it ergonomic for your hand. They keep improving them. The first blue ones were horrid. And they've gotten them better and better, I think. These Quadstrike ones are pretty good. They're not terrible for hand cramping. You're going to want to get a bigger, thicker one, like a string launcher, if you're an adult playing, because they are a little bit small, but they do all right.
String launchers are a bit too much for the quad
Sometimes,
strikes,
yes,
aren't they?
sometimes.
So the other one that we picked up, now this one was $24.99.
$24.99. Not as good of a deal.
You get the special sword launcher with it. So yeah, normally they're $15.99. For an extra $9, you have to really want that sword launcher, I think.
There's also a thing that I kind of thought about this is that if you're playing with your kids, you almost have to get two of this to get two sword launchers, because it's not fair that somebody uses this little green launcher and somebody gets to use the sword launcher. So if you have two kids playing, you have to buy this twice, so $50 to get two of the sword launchers just so that they're fair, or you don't get the sword launcher at all and you just skip this purchase, which might be on the recommendations from us. We'll see how good Excalibur is and how good the sword launcher feels. I think the sword launcher is going to be pretty decent, so we are definitely going to have to make some decisions there. We can, of course, bust out our other sword launcher and play with that as well, so want to figure out where that is? It's in our box of launchers in the closet in our cat room. We will have two sword launchers. We'll have the Japanese sword launcher and the Hasbro sword launcher. Of course, Hasbro is re-releasing all of these products after Japan released them, Takara Tomy. So you're going to find Takara Tomy is going to have released all these first, which is why we have some experience with them. And then Hasbro releases slightly changed, lower quality, but much cheaper versions. So easier to buy, don't have to spend as much money to get. So that is, oh, new weight disc again. Oh, that's their version of Xanthus. Interesting, it's all metal. It doesn't have the rubber bits. Ooh. All right, so first off, we got our new sword launcher, which is a little bit different from the Japanese sword launcher. So this sword launcher is a left-right launcher. There's an L side and R side that you can put this into and launch both spin directions. It has a QR code. You can get this launcher into your app there, so you can scan that into your Beyblade Burst app and play around with this particular thing. It's kind of cool. Looks all right.
Brandon, the whole thing is plastic, so even though it's called a sword launcher, no, you can't get any more hurt with it than you can the regular little plastic ones.
Correct, they are just all plastic. So this is the Hasbro version. This is over here. This is the Japanese version of the sword launcher. It's a little bit more intense. It has a little bit better of a gimmick. Probably whoever's using this is going to do a little bit better. The string's a little bit thicker. So they did change it down, and Hasbro does that to just keep the products cheap and easy to afford. As well as easy for them to mass produce. They're a little bit more into the profit side of things, which is one of the complaints the community has. If you don't know much about current Beyblade community, Hasbro gets kind of yelled at a lot for keeping things really cheap and maximizing profits. That's just something you have to deal with. So there's our two sword launchers. We'll play around with those.
Hi, Panda. Yeah, Brandon, if you go with like the Walmart or Target ones that are quad drive or quad strike, those are sort of the newest ones that you can get easily at Walmart. Relatively inexpensive, and they're perfect for kids.
They're perfect for kids. They're good to have a fun time with. As long as you don't mix them with the more expensive products, you're not going to have a bad time. They're fun enough, especially Quadstrike. Quad Drive, I had a little bit of a problem with. They burst too much.
See, and I
like the burst, but instant hit bursts aren't that fun. I like it when they hit a couple of times and then burst. When they burst instantly, it's not so fun.
Panda Boy, we took some time off. We went away for Christmas, and now we're just back.
Just back, getting back into things, re-releasing stuff.
Dustin asks, how many Beyblades do we have in our collection? Did you do a count?
How many? We did do a count. So each of those tubs is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Each layer is 10. So that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160. And then we've got about 20 of the remakes. More than that of the remakes.
Let's say 20.
I think we have 30 of the remakes. We have pretty close to 300 Beyblades. Yeah, it's a lot. Anyways, we're looking at this. We're talking about this. Here is our Excalibur. So that is looking pretty solid, pretty normal to the Excalibur core that we're expecting. It doesn't have the gimmick that the Japanese version has. That's to be expected. It does come with the one armor. Works pretty good. There's our QR code. You can scan that into your Beyblade Burst app. If you re-watch this video after it releases, watch it on YouTube, you can get that scan in and get your QR code for the Beyblade Burst app and play around with this Bey on there. This is going to be a pretty good attack type. It's a kite-shaped, So shorter on the, or a little bit wider on the top, a little bit smaller here, long sides, and then short sides. It is really good for attack as it spins around in the right spin direction. It's going to slam things with these massive sides. If we compare that to this one has okay sides, but they're not quite as, you know, destructive as we've got going on with that. And then Pandora here is all smooth. There isn't any spot for it to have major damage. So this is definitely stamina, looking to not take as much damage, where this one's looking to deal damage and isn't going to have that longevity of spin. Xanthus is our weight disc. So this is Hasbro's remake of Xanthus. Xanthus usually comes with a plastic thing around the outside. This one doesn't have it. We got a 4-star. Yeah. First Xanthus, 4-star Xanthus. The special thing about Xanthus is that it has an extra weighted portion on one side, which is a very sword themed. And if you lock this in appropriately with the layer itself, if you lock it in, you can line that extra sword up like that. No, like this. And then that extra sword lines up perfectly with the sword on the layer, and that just adds even more damage to this heavy point, which is the intent of the design of this layer. So that looks pretty cool. She wants to show it off over there. We're running 2 different streams, one on TikTok, one on YouTube, which is why we were pushing things off to the side. Doesn't look too bad. That's all right.
No, yeah. We've got some people that are disappointed that it doesn't have that gimmick, you know?
Yeah, we just got to expect it. It's not going to have it. So this is the driver. It's actually sword, but this is actually a good sword. I would like it if sword was like this. Real sword is nothing like this, and it is terrible. This sword is actually going to be pretty cool. I think it's going to work pretty decently.
What's the difference?
So the difference is in normal sword, it's a very thin metal base. The metal has low friction, but because it's star-shaped, it has low stamina. And then there's large metal things that stick out that scrape on the bottom, and it doesn't work too good. This one is nice and smooth on the bottom, hexagonal, and I think we're going to see some cool attacks out of this. And then the base there, that is, we've seen this thing before, I don't know what to call it, but it is an okay balance type. I don't think it's the best balance type base, so I would definitely swap this out to something else, but I think sword is pretty cool and will work pretty well in this combo. So let's get these locked in. Come on. Why are you failing? There. All right, so that's locked in. Burst resistance wise, oh, really good. Ooh, that's good burst resistance. I like that. Oh, yeah. It should not burst.
Zesty is also a fan, JC.
Belial's a little bit less. It's a little bit weaker. It's still decent. It's good for it's good attack amount. I think it'll do all right. And then Pandora, much lighter, much lighter. Super easy to rotate Pandora, which is what I want from stamina types. This is what I want. I want stamina types that burst and need to survive. Burst should be the risk of stamina types. I don't like the current meta in the Japanese products where stamina types just don't burst, and so they win all the time, and I don't like that. So I like that they're doing here. I think this is tight enough that it shouldn't burst instantly, but not so tight that it will never burst. So that's going to be pretty cool. Let's get some battles going on in the stadium. So again, this is our Thunderdome Stadium. If we can, let's try and get it there. There is also a QR code here, so try and scan that into your Beyblade Burst app. There's a QR code on the corner there, and that will be able to be scanned in, and you can play around with that on the application. All these things are scannable, so you can have a good time with your products. All right, which one do you want to start with? Madame?
I want the new one.
They're all new.
Well,
you want Pandora.
Pandora.
Okay, I will grab Excalibur. Do you want to use the sword launchers, or do you want to stick to the green launchers?
No, let's stick with the green launchers.
Okay, we'll play with the sword launcher later in the video, but we'll do green launchers now so that it's even, because we want it to be even Stevens.
Even Stevens.
Even Stevens.
Panda, I don't think we've ever customized, like, not making any changes to Beyblades. Obviously, we've, changed configurations, but...
Yeah.
All right. I am not going to be watching comments for a minute while we are letting it rip.
Letting it rip. No comments. All right. Let's see how this goes. So we're both going plus attachment in low mode. See how these do in 3, 2, 1. Let's rip. So we can see the longevity there of the stamina type, and Excalibur's already losing out and lost all of its spin and spun out, which is to be expected.
That is right, it did. Go Pandora.
Go Pandora. Let's try that again. 3, 2, 1. Rip. So it is first person to get 3 points. A spin out is worth 1. A knockout, which in this stadium would be knocked out of the stadium, would be 1 point. I'd call it 2 points. Oh, close. And then a burst, if one of them falls apart, is worth 2 points. So that is 2 points so far for our Pandora here, and 0 points so far for Excalibur. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's one of 2 points!
Oh, come on!
I just said it! If I pop you out of the arena, that's worth 2 points and you know it.
Did you or did I screw up that launch?
No, public opinion.
Judges, that probably was 2 points. We'll say that ties it up.
That ties it up. That was pretty cool. 3, 2, 1. Come on, Burster. Get some hits in. So although the stadium looks cool, I actually think those upper edges makes attack types worse.
Yeah, there
They
we go.
lose a lot of stamina. That's 3 points over to Pandora, and Brad takes the first win. I'm going to swap it over. Actually, we're going to swap over our bases.
Yes.
So we're going to take off our plus attachments and reveal our other bases. Each of these has 4 modes: high mode, low mode, plus mode, non-plus mode, and some combinations therein. So you can do plus high, plus low, and non-plus high, non-plus mode.
Something I would definitely encourage when you're done playing, reassemble it with the base back on it before you put them away. That way it's not so hard to find all your parts.
Yes, if these things go missing or get lost, it's hard to find the right one. 3, 2, 1. This time I'm popping you up on the edges. Doing some more damage, actually, I think. But still got spun out.
Young says we should do a burst only match.
Burst only match or only burst count?
Only burst count, or do we just use really bursty Beyblades?
Really bursty base. 3, 2, 1. We need to get Stone Nemesis in here.
Yeah.
We have a Beyblade that will burst as soon as you touch it. Wrath Cobra is pretty bad for that too. 2 points for you again. Come on.
Brandon, if your son is interested, we have a YouTube channel under the same name, and we have a lot more information on there too, and we will post this video there after as well. Panda, for Christmas, we went to New York and had a 2-week vacation, so that was our Christmas present.
That was our Christmas present.
Yeah.
We buy everything that we want when we want it,
Kind of,
pretty much.
yeah.
So, like I said, getting 300 Beyblades. 3, 2, 1. So our vacations are trips, or our presents are trips.
Stay in school, kids, and
Stay
get
in
good
school,
jobs.
get good jobs.
You can buy all the toys you want.
My Beyblade collection is definitely in the realm of $5,000.
Ooh.
Saying that out loud scared her. That was 3 points over to you, so
3
you
points.
absolutely crushed Excalibur.
Yes.
Let's try it again. You fighting off against Bellfire, which is the one that comes with the set.
Okay.
So put yourself back in plus mode and let's
Yep.
check that out. All right.
Remember
Should be all right.
Corrupt. Is that another Beyblade?
What's up?
Panda asked if we remember Corrupt. Is that another?
I don't know corrupt.
Might be Metal Gen, which we didn't play with.
Good. 3, 2, 1.
Ooh. So definitely with the metal, that one's heavier, but
Yep.
in that case, did not benefit.
Did not get the win. You're not bursting at all.
Nope.
I was expecting it to be burst. 3, 2, 1. You can definitely feel more power from this Bellfire than we were feeling from the Excalibur. 2 spin outs for you. These stamina types are too good if they don't burst. They never burst. 3, 2, 1. Yeah, that's 3 points over to you. Pretty easy wins. Let's do one more battle there with the swap. And then we're gonna do this guy versus Excalibur and see what 2 attack types battling each other looks like. There is an option to go to high mode. We can swap these over to high mode by doing a little bit of changes, but we found high mode isn't usually that good. And it's better to just do the low mode, more fun and more interesting, so we're just gonna stick to that because that's how most players play. 3, 2, 1. I like the orange and purple look there of Pandora.
Pandora is killing it.
Pandora is killing it.
Took her out of the box.
3, 2, 1.
I
get it. Using the lore. Ooh. Tree wins. Easy over to you. Pandora is just absolutely killing it. Quite a bit better than the others. So again, if you get this set, let your kid play with Pandora so they win all the time. It's going to be my advice here.
Can't always let them win. Come on.
Weird moment with my camera there.
There might be a problem with the YouTube one.
There might be a problem with the YouTube one. What is the problem?
I won't load on my computer.
We've had viewers and we have likes. Don't know.
JC says he's buying this set now. Okay.
Oh.
Pandora's pretty good. So let's try it maybe up against some of the other good Quadstrike.
We'll check that out.
Yeah?
But let's do these two against each other for the double attack.
Okay, double attack types.
And then we'll compare Pandora against some of the stronger Quadstrikes that we got in our Quadstrike collection. 3, 2, 1. Kind of fun doing unboxings in these live. If you guys let me know. Killed me. You have the plus attachment? You did. Alright. I had your plus attachment for some reason. That one didn't count. No countsies.
So do you want me to add it?
No. I took it off. 3, 2, 1. So what are the best quad strikes we found? Fierce Basilisk was killer. So was Gambit Dragon. Very strong. We'll check out those two, and then I think we'll probably be out of stream, probably. Oh, coming to the wire, but you took the second point. Or first point. We reset it.
First point. I think you get this question a lot, but what is your favorite Beyblade from the Burst series?
Favorite Beyblade from the Burst series? That is a common question. I really like Cyclone Ragnarok, the orange one. 3, 2, 1. Style-wise, I like it. It's not good. I just like it. For ones that I actually like for usage-wise, it's probably Zest because of all the modes. Zest Achilles with his 48 modes is really my thing. I love modes. I love changing stuff up. In the original generation, I love Dronzer, and that's just how I like this. So that's 3 points over to you. Let's add our plus attachments and see.
Yes, sir. I get this
So far, my opinion here of Excalibur is don't bother.
I don't know. It has some really cool movement patterns in the arena.
I just don't think it can win.
And maybe
We'll
not.
see. We'll see.
Needs more testing rather than just 3 once you open it matches to really tell that. Wow. Okay.
We're gonna have to put each of these into a marathon event.
Eventually, yeah.
3, 2, 1. All right, that was intense.
Was that a
I would
tie?
call it a tie.
All right, let's call that a tie.
It was hard to tell who won at the end there.
This is an interesting base with all these little spikety things.
Spikety things.
Some spikety
3,
things
2,
there.
1. Oh, I made you jump. That should be a win for me. Yes! Actually got a win there. So again, I hit her and she popped up on this edge and like hopped up in the air, which is why I think these edges are going to be bad for attack types. 3, 2, 1. Look how much stamina we're losing just bouncing around on those.
Yeah. But maybe you're pulling too hard. Because that is still a thing, you guys.
It is a thing.
Sometimes pulling too hard is not the answer.
3, 2, 1. Oh,
Nice!
he burst me.
See, I pulled a little bit later there, and so did he. But it ended up not being to his benefit.
First victory gives her over 2 points, and we're going to call it there. So let's swap our stadium over to something more neutral, and we're going to find the other Quadstrike phase and play with that for a second. I think it's the... Yeah, it's that first hub. It should be in there. stadium on there too? Blue stadium?
Probably.
Yeah, it's on top.
This one?
Yeah.
Get our handy dandy anti-arena moving around sheets. There we go. Get the cat hair out of here.
And then we will check out some of our other Quadstrike bays. So from what I said, our strongest Quadstrike bays are Gambit Dragon and Fierce Basilisk. Both have been really good, and we're going to check those out in some battles right here.
Yeah, Panda, we have two cats. There's hair everywhere.
We just live with hair.
Which launcher is better, string or ripcord?
String.
String, hands down?
Hands down.
But I think a string launcher is too much power most of the time for these Beyblades.
It can be, and it can cause extra bursts. Okay, so we got those, we got that. Can you bring Excalibur back? You put him over there. Oh, no, you didn't. Where there he is. That's a different bay. That's what we're not talking about right now.
Yeah, these are the other ones.
Those are secret ones.
Secret Beyblade!
Videos we haven't released yet. All right, so let's check out if Pandora can beat Fierce Basilisk.
Young wants to know if we think Vex Lucifer or Lucifer the End is better. That's a loaded
I really
question.
like Lucifer the End, but I don't think it's good. I think Lucifer the End is interesting. It had a cool gimmick. The limit break system on that thing was interesting. No, not that. Yeah. But I don't think it's good. But I think probably just due to the extra weight and whatnot, it should beat Vex pretty much every time, just because different qualifications. All right, Fierce versus Pandora or Basilisk. 3, 2, 1. Basilisk versus Pandora. In a neutral stadium, no side things to mess us up, so we'll see how this actually goes in a pretty even battle. Well, you said barricade. Why did you say?
No, different question.
Oh, gotcha. Barricade Lucifer is only good in opposite spin battles, and it loses same spin battles every time.
I think Zesty Phresh is going to have to win another tournament before he gets invited to the BK Invitationals 2023.
That's probably true. I haven't won a Bladers in Kingdom
It's been a little while since he's won. He's getting his butt kicked.
I don't participate in the Bladers Kingdom. I've been getting my butt kicked in the Texas Circuit.
Oh, true. You're right.
Which is different. 3, 2, 1. Bladers Kingdom, I haven't been participating because it's been easier for me and Brian to just manage it as managers and let the kids have fun. We do have decent turnouts. I might have to show up and battle.
We'll have to make sure that we host a Players Kingdom that you have the chance of winning.
So I can get myself back up to Maryland.
Yeah.
That's 2 wins there for Fierce. Kicking Pandora's butt.
All right.
This is to be expected. Fierce is super strong. 3, 2, 1. You can check out our Fierce Basilisk video. When we got it, we weren't expecting it to be good. And then it was really good. And we were like, wow. It was one of our first Quadstrike videos. So you can check that on our channel.
All the tippy taps.
Tippity taps. Of course, you're saying that this isn't working, which is concerning. We got 2 viewers though, so hi YouTube viewers. If we're not responding to you, it's because this thing doesn't seem to be showing us any comments. That is going to be my win over there. Shout out from an old Flash Leopard player. Old days stuff. Hello Swiper, no swiping. Love it. You're welcome for the helpful videos. If you're still watching, we love what we're doing. We are trying to get entertainment out there. I won 3 times. Take your base off and let's see if you can handle my Jolt. Jolt is going to be attack. You're going on to balance. So again, they should both be a little bit more aggressive. 3, 2, 1. That was a little bit too aggressive. Spinning up on that upper edge is not particularly good for you.
What was the first Beyblade Burst top that we got when we started our Burst collection?
We bought Kerbeus 1. Kerbeus 1, Valkyrie 1, Spryzen 2, and Minoboros 1.
We stopped watching.
I won. Okay. Those were our first. We bought 4 after we had a fun New Year's party where we played with plastic gen bays, but
Old ones.
one of my plastic gen bays broke, and I was like, I'm not gonna risk those. 3, 2, 1. And so we bought some of the S1s from Hasbro and had a good time. We started the Calgary Beyblade League and played around in that. You can catch our videos from that. That was just me and my friends having fun pretending we were world champions. We were not very good.
We're world champions!
And then we got back into Burst. We stopped doing it after that for a while until
Pandora,
DB came out.
what are you doing to me?
What is he doing?
Dying.
Dying, right.
Lost.
I won. Huh.
Valkyrie or Longinus?
I am more of a Longinusser.
Me too.
Longinus-y. 3, 2, 1. Although because Bry's a Longinus player, I tend to bring Valkyries to tournaments because I give her the Longinus and I don't like having repeating.
Good facts.
If I give her Dynamite, I take Devil, so they're a little bit different at least. 3 wins over, so
Right.
not as good as Basilisk. I would like to see, let's see how this guy does on the stadium, yeah, against him. This is a more neutral stadium, so both this guy and Bellfire might be a little bit better. You can pick this stadium up from Quad Drive. This is I think this is the last stadium released in Quad Drive. We have a video on it as well. I like it.
So many videos.
We have videos on everything. 3, 2, 1. Everything Dynamite Battle, Quadstrike, Quad Drive. And if we don't have it, it's because we haven't recorded and we just haven't edited it yet.
Vault has never won against Louis in a 1v1? That sounds legit.
That sounds legit. Vault shouldn't beat anyone. I'm anti-Vault. Vault's got plot armor, and that's the only reason he does well.
Main characters do.
3, 2, 1. I like to imagine, like, in a fourth wall-breaking perspective, Shu has to, like, make pacts with evil demonic essences to try and keep up with the plot armor. Like, the whole Red Eye storyline is just his character trying to beat plot armor that he doesn't know exists because he's a character in a show. 3, 2, 1.
Yes, spin yourself out.
It's not good. It's not good. I cannot recommend in good conscience people purchase this thing. So, what we're going to try is we're going to try this.
Alright.
You're going to use that, and I'm going to use this, and we're going to see if this gives me the advantage that I need to make this thing good.
Sure, Panda, what is MCS?
What's what?
Young said he was shocked when they made Shu evil for a while there.
Right? 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this launcher's too strong. And I got absolutely decimated by my own self, so we're not going to count that, and I'm just going to pull a little bit lighter.
Right.
That's another thing to watch out for with stronger launchers is pulling way too hard. 3, 2, 1. Nope, just whipping around the outside, losing too much of my advantage, and not getting any hits in. So that's what we're seeing from this. If you are looking at this Excalibur and you're tempted, it's not looking like it's that worth it for the price tag. Get the 41 set, you get Pandora, you get Divine Belial. It works a lot better, and I think it's just a generally better
The
set.
sword aesthetic is really cool, but it is on the more expensive side, so...
And of course we can try it against not the best ones.
Sure. What's this one?
That is
Bahamut?
Hydra Poseidon.
Oh, Poseidon. Right, he's got a beard and pointy horns, not Bahamut face.
Now this is interesting. Does anybody know about this? So on this sword launcher, there are 4 holes here.
Interesting.
There's an inner hole that seems to it looks like it spins it faster.
You think so?
And the outer hole spins it slower. Yeah, you can feel the difference.
Cool.
That's interesting. So if you go in this inner one, it does a smaller gear that's higher up in the mechanism and makes the thing spin a lot faster. That could make you spin yourself out, being particularly fast or way too fast, but we'll see how that
Does
goes.
the other one have that?
No, it does not.
No. Interesting. Alright, so this is something Hasbro has added.
Yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa.
I win.
You did win.
That's a flip out.
Like a psycho.
Like a psycho. 3, 2, 1. Flip out the worth 2 points, right?
Panda thinks it's for weight, not for spin.
For what?
Don't see how that would increase the weight.
Yeah, this wouldn't increase the weight. It would just be, you can actually feel it as you're pushing it in. The top one makes this thing spin a lot faster with less effort, and the bottom one makes it spin a lot slower. See how much slower that is? Can't really see, probably. You can feel the difference. It's also smoother in the top.
Because it's 2 separate gears.
2 separate gears. It's a smaller gear and a bigger gear. The bigger gear makes less rotations per pull. 3, 2, 1, ship.
Wow.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
So yeah, not that good. Skip it out. Stadium set, pretty cool. Stadium, interesting, fancy, and different. I like it. It's been a good time. Thank you guys for joining us for this stream. We'll stick around for a couple extra questions while we just clean ourselves up, so feel free to chat along. And we'll catch anybody